Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another Marine ECM, this time coming from North Carolina, High Rock Performance Marine. This is your computer. It's a 5.7 liters Mercruiser ECM0501. The customer concern, it was engine will start, but it dies after 5 seconds. No light just fades away slowly like injector driver fails. So I did test the computer. I called the marina and they approved the repair. So right now I have the computer completely fixed and running. I'm trying to make the videos as short as possible, especially when these ones are repetitive. So I have plenty of these ones, which I'm going to add in the same playlist for Marine ECMs if you want to see more of those repairs. And sometimes I go in more in depth and testing and everything. But like I normally do, I'm going to show you the folder that I have created for him. All right, this is the computer connected and open. I don't show you the other side of the computer because he put all the address and name in there, but everything is in there. So let me just get you over to the folder. So this is the computer when it got here. I obviously removed some of the information. This is so you can see in here where it says 350 Mac Bravo, and the computer, again, is a ECM0501. And the concerns, as I just told you before, he also sent me an email with the same description. It says it will crank, then die. Actually, here it has a little more, which of what I was feeling in here. It says it will crank, then die. If you spray with brake clean, it will run all day. Check in with a no light, the injector pulse just fades out. The engine dies. Reading the diagnostic only shown EST1 open code. Do you have time to check in? Dwayne. All right, so history, and I already spoke to him and explaining the problem that I found, which is in here, and I have already put it into blue so you can get to see that better. So that's exactly the same flow coding. He described the ESC1, which is for the coil firing, right? So the ignition coil or ignition module, which is in the distributor in this case. But if we see here, the battery voltage, when this happened, was only 7.88 volts. This is problematic. And this is what happens with the computer. It was actually no driver's fault. It was actually a memory problem. So this was already corrupted. So I had to recalibrate the computer. I obviously replaced EEPROM, crystal oscillators, drivers, capacitors, diodes, etc. because I will give them a 1-year warranty. No liquid damage or burn components are covered under this warranty. And same goes for low voltages. If you come and the computer is corrupted again because the voltages are there, the history will show me. So that is what is not because I fell or I did something wrong. It's because the problem happened again. And I explained that it's very important to put the, check the charging system, the battery, and the main grounds to make sure there is no corrosion in the harness connectors and so on. I have the diacom and the oscilloscope connected. Right now the computer is running. I'm going to put, not that one, the RPM, so you can see it's in 640 or so. The view on the right side, I have, this computer has 4 injector drivers. I only have 2 of them in there, the blue channel and the red channel. Those are injector drivers. And the green is for the EST signal. Again, that's the main problem. There was getting like very low on voltage and it corrupts the information. And now then there's no firing because the computer doesn't know where to fire. That was the issue that he was having. I'm going to increase the RPM to like 4,000, so you will see more injection happening in there. But you will see, and also them in the marina, that this will, let me change the throttle, because otherwise it will complain, because it's almost 4,000 RPMs with a very low throttle. And I'm changing the manifold air pressure, so the injection is changing a little bit. So we have right now 4,000 RPMs, and you can see that that is all good and they're working. So I'm going to change the view so you get to see, well, I have a test light, and here's a little bit of the camera that is instead of the IX driver, that is all working and working properly. I also will show you, I cannot do a zoom because I already took that lens out because I'm taking it with me to Costa Rica. I'm going on vacation, on a short vacation to Costa Rica this Friday and coming back until next Sunday. But yeah, I have the 4 injector drivers, so all are 6.9 milliseconds of injection at 4,000 RPMs based on the throttle and the manifold air pressure that I'm providing to the computer. I'm going to come down again on the, well, I could actually put the diagram here. It's going to be a little cut because of the view that I was showing you. But I'm going to, well, I can actually put the other one in here. Yeah, so you can see the RPM. I'm going to lower the RPM. It will be nice if you can see the pico scope. Let me put the pico in the view as well. It's going to be small, but at least you can get to see all. Let me move it onto the side. Yeah, like that, we got both views in there. Yeah, you can get to see that. Perfect. All right, so let me get down to idle. It's working really, really nice as it's supposed to. Let me bring the throttle to 7 to 10%. That's what I normally use in an idle, and then 12.7 of 5.10 psi. This is in the psi. Very close to that. Yeah, right there. But yeah, we can see how injection is the same. The ESC signal is perfect, and all is now working as it's supposed to. All right, thank you so much, Dwayne, for trusting Mike Salazar Diagnostics. If you have any marine or automotive ECMs, PCMs, or instrument cluster, I'm your best call. So yes, I'm going to put my website on the title of this video so you can copy and paste it and contact me. In my website homepage, you will get my email, telephone, address, everything in there. Please contact me first before you send something, in case I need to gather more information for diagnosis when I get the module here. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.